Dave Palumbo here with Chris Aceto. We are here at the 2013 IFBB New York Pro Championships. We're here at the Tribeca Performing Arts Center outside just after prejudging. It's raining here with the sun out, Chris, and it was an amazing day here. We saw some history being made, I believe, in Big Ramy Elsbaye, almost 300 pounds on stage. He wowed the New York crowd as we knew he would, and it looks like he's poised, at least in my mind, to take home his first pro win of his career.
Your mind, my mind, Ron Norman's mind. You know, when he came out, he looked like he might not quite be tight enough, but once he get going, I mean, he's just very thick, he's very round. The only knock you can put on him is he's not like super detailed. But when it comes to things like side chest, side tricep, crazy, and he can sit on his abs. You know,
he made Victor look like a little kid.
Tiny. He's lived up to the hype in terms of size, roundness, poise. First show.
Not too bad with stage presence. Yeah. He looked like he tired a little bit, but you know what? At 300 pounds, when you're on stage for 20 minutes doing mandatories, you will get tired.
That's right.
I really believe that just size-wise, given the fact that no one else was in such spectacular shape, I think that you have to give it to this guy. I don't even know how there could be even a thought about it yet.
You know, one of the things that I wrote on the play-by-play and I thought was important is I'm trying to criticize him as much as I can after I say he's the greatest.
Yeah.
And one thing that I wrote was no gut.
No,
I mean, to be 95 pounds and to have a flat stomach with abs is
he's very impressive.
Yeah.
Victor Martinez looks like he's poised to take second here, but I don't know. You know, you never know how this goes when the judging is all tabulated. The reason I don't like Victor for first, no doubt about it, he's got the best tie-ins, the best muscle buzz. He is significantly smaller, probably 7 to 10 pounds smaller than we've seen him in the past, which to me is not a knock against him.
Yeah.
What the knock against him to me is that his conditioning was not crazy like I thought it would be.
I think we're expecting, because he's at a lighter weight, that have tremendous condition, and although his condition was good, it just seemed that he was so deflated and flat that there was no pushing against the skin.
I didn't think his glutes were that tight, and his hamstrings. I thought that you think it was that he was too flat, or was it just that he needed to lose more body fat?
I think he was. To me, it looks like a classic sign of over dieting. He just, there's a fine line, and he breached that line, and what happens is you get a 75% Victor Martinez, which amazingly is going to be second, or should be second, or could be second here, not even at 80%.
Looks like Juan Morel will take third here today. I mean, here's a guy that really has no flaws. The guy has the best conditioning maybe on stage. He looked a little alive, if I may use that term. Like he was missing a little bit of muscle compared to when he stands next to Ramy. You see weaknesses in him, but I think Juan did a really good job. I know you said that you might even see him second place here today.
I made the argument for second because there was more pop to his muscle than Victor. He was in great condition. It's shocking because I know what he actually eats, or what you had him eating, and I think you're being biased against yourself, which is only that you can do, whereas everyone would be saying, I have him easy. I can see him being second for sure, and that's just what I feel is my unbiased, just trying to judge the show. Yeah. I mean, he was full.
Definitely his best look to date.
It absolutely is his best look to date. His glutes were extremely hard, and I'm not like a glute guy, but a lot of guys were soft back there. His lower back was tight. And he did a good job presenting what he had on stage.
I would like to see him a little more polished with the presentation. I think he still needs to work on that a little bit, to be totally honest. But I thought it was a very good look for him, and I think he'll definitely finish no worse than third here tonight.
Yeah,
with Jonathan Dela Rosa, who also I thought was his best that I've seen him, put on more size, conditioning was good. He's going to wind up in the fourth spot, it looks like.
I thought in certain areas, I thought his back, I thought he looked flat through prejudging. When I asked you, you thought he would look. I asked you, don't you think he was flat? And your answer was no. So I don't know if I was looking at something different, if my 20/20 technician vision is going to like 20/30. But seriously, I just thought he was flat in the back shots and through the back. And I just remember him last year on the crunch shots having more pop to the torso.
I thought he looked good.
Was good.
The surprise of the day was Clarence DeVries, who we thought would be out of shape because we thought he should have been a 212 competitor. He actually looked really good here, and he made improvements.
Without a doubt, the biggest
fifth.
Yeah, the biggest surprise and the most deserving guy to be in that first call out was Clarence. I mean, this is a guy who's been out of shape in the open. He's been out of shape in the 212s. He's been all over the place like a volatile stock, and here he was just, for his body today, he nailed it.
Anthony Champagne should finish in the sixth spot. Biggest disappointment of the show, Cederick Mcmillian, without a doubt. I think you found out convincingly that he wasn't working with you. Is that true?
Well, I mean,
That's confirmed, right?
Yeah, it's confirmed. I mean, I haven't spoken to him. I haven't.
Which is probably makes you feel better because at least you know why he didn't look good today.
Well, I look like a genius. He just to me he was too flat.
We said this. We said he was going to come in flat. I think he's just burnt. I think he's burnt out. Too many shows. He should have taken off the show.
It goes back to the idea that Hyde put in play one year when Hyde said, "I'm going to do all the shows," and I think on the radio show we said that sounds good on paper, but it doesn't work. The only one that can work for us is Tony Freeman.
That's right.
He can do like
he's never 100%.
Yeah. So.
But he does have great stamina.
What happens is when you come to show,
Colonics he does, I think.
Yeah.
Let's talk about 212. Let's talk about 212. Jose Raymond made the decision, what was it, like 8 o'clock last night?
Crazy.
And we had the breaking news on it right off the bat. Live. We did a live breaking news. He comes down with a half a day notice, and he looks like he's going to win the show. Is this the most incredible of all time?
It's ridiculous. Jose said at 3:30 yesterday, "I'm thinking about doing the show." And I said, "What show?" He said, the show tomorrow. And he said, "What are you thinking?" And I didn't know what to say, and I said, "Who can beat you?" And he said, "No one." And I said, "Come to the show."
Well, it is close between him and Sammy Haddad. I thought that Jose could have been a little drier in the lower back area, but he's got the freak factor. Sammy doesn't have all the body parts Jose's got, and I think Sammy, this is probably the best he's looked, but I think he's going to have trouble beating Jose here.
This is unquestionably the best Sammy's looked. When he comes out, he looks like he will not be beat, and that's what I was thinking, and I was thinking, what's Jose's condition going to look like next time? But Jose is the Boston Mass. He's got so much mass, and he can present it. He can whip that gut. He has a great stomach vacuum on the front.
Great vacuum. Love that vacuum.
And he's just gnarly in a lot of ways that hardcore bodybuilding fans say, that's bodybuilding.
Yeah. Aaron Clark will have to settle for third here. You really can't say anything bad about the guy. The guy's got the best conditioning in the 212 class. He just looks small compared to Jose and Sammy, which is amazing because the guy probably weighs 212.
This is what is amazing about this show. He wins last year and beats Anthony Pasquale, which is it's mind-boggling because Anthony's so big. So you come here and you expect him to be the biggest, and he's not.
Yeah.
So I had him third, though. In some comparisons, I had him flipping with Sammy. I don't know if that's...
Just to wrap up the women, it looks as though Juliana Malacarni and Karina Nascimento are going to be 1-2. I don't really even know who they're going to go with. I actually, got to be honest with you, I liked Karina Nascimento in this quad because I thought Juliana's posing was not as good as I would have liked. They flip-flopped them in the middle a couple times. It's a toss-up in this class.
They flip-flopped them here. You flip-flopped them like 3 or 4 times in the studio as a preview on the live TV show.
That's right.
And I like Juliana still. I just like the roundness, and I love the women's physique division. This lineup was so deep.
Yeah. Over 40 women.
40 women, a lot of good people. I like where it's going.
We'll wrap it up a little later. Let's talk about Candice Keene. Looks like she's poised to win the figure easily. Nicole Wilkins way off here today. Yeah. And in the bikini, Yashira Robles will probably...
Yashira looked really good. It was a really good show. I'm happy everybody was here.
You're in a good mood today.
I'm in a good mood.
You must have made a lot of money.
I do it for the love. I ain't about the money. It's about the love. I love the sport. And I love when you people come down. And when you're not here, come on by the gym.
Yeah.
Sadiq Hadzovic in the men's physique looks poised to take that title. Keep it in the New York family, Chris. We won't know all the results till later, but for now, I'm Dave Palumbo, Chris Aceto in a nor'easter here in New York City. See you a little later today.